what's going on, guys? It's Max24. And for those of you who don't know, I am on TikTok. That's right, I'm on the glorious app that is TikTok. And on TikTok, I do this video series called Video Games That Deserve to Be Revived. Now, what are these? These are video games that either got canceled in development or they were online games whose servers have shut down since. These are games that I desperately want to see come back either out of development hell or into the limelight once again. And there's a lot of them. I've done about 12 parts of these, alright? 12, 13 parts. A lot of games I just really hope come back. I don't think they ever will, but it's good to dream. But before we get into those, please always remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, and all it does, all the ones of us YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I upload most on Twitter and TikTok, sometimes Facebook, barely Instagram. Follow me, subscribe to me here. And with that, let's get into video games that deserve to be revived.
Games that need to be revived. Let's go. Marvel Heroes Omega was a free-to-play Marvel game that was pretty freaking great. It had you running around as various Marvel characters from both the movies and comic books, and running through levels and collecting loot and going through this interesting story. You had to play as people like Rocket Raccoon, Squirrel Girl, Captain America, so many Marvel characters, they were pretty much all in it. And they all had outfits themed on movies or comic books. Sadly, it didn't get the attention it deserved and the servers were shut down, but I really want to see it make a comeback. It was kind of like a dungeon crawler type thing, but with Marvel characters collecting loot. So if you're into dungeon crawler type things, this is the kind of game it was. Let me know any other games you think should be revived.
Games that need to be revived. Let's go. Lego Universe was an MMO in Lego form, and it was freaking great. I have so many childhood memories from this game. You would run around as a Lego minifigure going to multiple different themed worlds to fight back the evil goons of the Maelstrom. There were multiple different factions with multiple different abilities that you could have and join and get like different gear for. You could collect Lego bricks that you could then build your own personalized Lego creations on your plot and invite your friends over. It was just such a good MMO, but sadly they shut down the servers and it just brings me to tears every time I think about that. If you never played Lego Universe, I'm so sorry you missed out on it. It was such a good time, especially for Lego fans. It was like the dream game, an online Lego game. Yes, please, we need more of this. We need another one of this, all right? Revive it or bring it back for a sequel or something. I don't care, I just need it. Games that need to be revived. Let's go. Star Wars Galaxies was unlike any MMO. Instead of following this rigid Star Wars story, you lived in the Star Wars universe. You get to create a character from 10 different species and choose a role from Jedi to smuggler to bounty hunter, and you lived in the world. You got to go around to many different planets, you got to pilot ships, you got to buy your own houses, decorate them, and live in this community. Honestly, there's not been a Star Wars game like this ever before or ever since. You seriously felt like you were a part of the universe. You didn't feel like you were just a passenger. You felt like you were involved. Sadly, the servers shut down in 2015, a whole couple days before the Old Republic launched, but I really think this needs to be revived. I think this was one of the most fun Star Wars games we've ever gotten, and I want to see more.
Games that need to be revived. Let's go.
Landmark was an open sandbox online game that was supposed to lead into EverQuest Next, but sadly they shut down the servers. You had all this freedom and creativity to build whatever the hell you wanted in this huge open landscape, and it was fun. My younger self bought one of the most expensive packs, alright? They released it in a couple different packs, and my younger self for some reason spent like $100 on this shit. So maybe it's partially that I'm upset that it got shut down because I lost my money, but I also feel like it had so much potential. It was never going to be the next Minecraft, it was never going to take that audience, but it had potential to be really good. When it came out, it didn't get stellar reviews, alright, it wasn't stellar, but it could have grown, he didn't give it the chance, he just didn't give it the chance. Again, maybe I'm just salty because I spent so much money on it.
Games that deserve to be revived. Let's go. Star Wars 1313 was gonna be one of the best Star Wars games in existence. Instead of focusing on the Jedi, it was gonna focus on a bounty hunter on level 1313 of Coruscant. The level 1313 is filled with crime, scum, villainy, everything like that. It was gonna be awesome. It was gonna be a more gritty tale in the Star Wars universe, something we have not seen before. Sadly,
when Walt Disney bought Lucasfilm, they shut down LucasArts and they shut down this project. But if a studio were to pick it back up, unless it's EA, that would be freaking amazing, alright? We are bored of the Jedi. We are bored of the Sith. I want to be a freaking bounty hunter right now. Games that need to be revived. Let's go! If you're an Xbox fan, you know the pain that we felt when Scalebound got canceled. It was going to be an action-adventure game by Platinum Games that had you freaking bonded with a dragon. You had sick-ass headphones and you're best friends with a dragon. A dragon. I don't know if we got to see any gameplay for it before it got canceled, but from the trailers, it looked like it was going to be an amazingly fun time. And Xbox sorely needed new IPs, so it would be a great way to fill in that gap. But then it got canceled. There was so much potential behind Scalebound, alright? It looked like it was going to be the next big RPG. But then it went bye-bye. Maybe one day we'll see Scalebound or something similar. Maybe one day. Games that need to be revived. Let's go! Alright, I know that there's Toontown rewritten. I am aware of that. But the official servers were shut down. And I don't know why. This game was freaking bananas. It was bananas, alright? If you did not check out Toontown, you have to check out Toontown rewritten. But at the height of this game, it was so much fun, alright? You went around and you attacked these cogs with like pranks, right? You would throw like water pies, you would do all this stuff to them, and you would take out towers and save streets from the cogs. It was just a fun game to jump into, and Mickey, Goofy, all the Disney characters were there. It was like a weird Disney connection, and it was really fun. You can still play it with Toontown rewritten, but you cannot play the official version because the official version shut down, and I am sad about that. Bring it back or give us a sequel or something, because Toontown was a really fun online game. Games that need to be revived. Let's go. Pirates of the Caribbean Online was an MMORPG by Disney that had you adventure around in the Pirates of the Caribbean world. You manned your ship, sailed the high seas, formed crews. It was a hell of a lot of fun. I guess for comparison, one of the only games that comes to mind in modern day is Sea of Thieves. I think Sea of Thieves has a lot in common with this. Sea of Thieves is a lot more advanced and a lot different than Pirates of the Caribbean Online, but I think if you want an example, then Sea of Thieves is your closest example. But this was seriously so much fun, alright? I had so many good memories of it, and it was free. You can't beat free. And yes, there are fan servers, there's the whole Pirates of the Caribbean rewritten project that's going on, but the official servers, the official game is gone, and that makes me so sad. Disney, come on now. Come on. Make me Pirates of the Caribbean Online 2 or revive this one, please. Games that need to be revived. Let's go. So technically, Miitomo wasn't a game. It was a social networking app with Miis made by Nintendo. But I loved it. You would communicate with your friends through your Miis. You would answer fun questions. There was a photo booth where you could make fun photos. Me and my friends made some wild photos. It was a lot of fun. Nintendo used to use Miis a lot more, and Miitomo was one of the ways they used them. Yeah, it wasn't as like in-depth of a game as like Tomodachi Life, because it was more of a social networking app, but it was still a lot of fun to just play around with each other's Miis. And it connected to other social media networks, so you could import friends lists and stuff. I don't know who'd want to do that, but you could. You would earn coins to buy your Mii's new outfits, and yes, it was pointless, but it was a great time killer. It was huge when it came out, but it didn't have the staying power, so it slowly dwindled in popularity until Nintendo shut it down. Sounds like most Nintendo mobile games. Games that need to be revived. Let's go. Webkinz was a browser-based game that still technically exists, just not in the format it used to be. You used to go to stores and buy stuffed animals that would have little secret codes in them that you would then go type in on the Webkinz website, and you would have the virtual version of that stuffed animal as a playable pet thing. You couldn't walk into a store without seeing rows upon rows of Webkinz, and it was the best. This was one of the first big Toys to Life game ever. The website was a big social space filled with games and things to do, and you could hang out with people and stuff. It was great. The Webkinz website still exists. You can still go on there. You can still play games and stuff. It's just you can't go to a store now and buy a plushie with a secret code. You just buy them virtually on the website, and that is sad. The thing that made Webkinz great was going to the store, getting yourself a stuffed animal with a little code, and then being able to go play it with that stuffed animal online. Bring that back, please. Games that need to be revived. Let's go. LEGO Minifigures Online was LEGO's second attempt at a big MMO type game after they shut down LEGO Universe. Now, LEGO Universe was absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely loved that game, and I gave LEGO Minifigures Online a chance, and I enjoyed it. LEGO Minifigures puts you in control of the LEGO Minifigures brand, which are the little blind bags that you can buy in checkouts. This game had you collect and unlock the LEGO Minifigures as you progress through it, and you could play as all sorts of different characters. Now, the gameplay was very different from LEGO Universe. Instead of the MMO-like gameplay, it was more of a top-down Diablo-like gameplay. And it definitely was not as good as LEGO Universe was, but it was still really good. Sadly, LEGO chose to pull the plug on it because it wasn't very popular and the servers were shut down. But I think a LEGO online game has a lot of potential. LEGO Universe and LEGO Minifigures Online show that. Maybe one day we'll have a successful LEGO online game. Games that need to be revived. Let's go. Starcraft Ghost was a game announced in 2002 that was going to take the Starcraft franchise and make it a third-person shooter. The game would follow Nova, and it was going to be set 4 years after StarCraft happened. You were going to go and conduct stealth operations in the StarCraft world and get to see StarCraft from a whole new point of view. Nowadays, the entire StarCraft brand is just not as popular because Blizzard decided not to do anything with it after StarCraft 2, but I would love a return to StarCraft, especially StarCraft Ghost. For those of you who don't know, StarCraft is a real-time strategy game created by Blizzard Entertainment, and it used to be super popular, but it isn't anymore. The entire real-time strategy genre really isn't as popular as it used to be. But if Blizzard wants a new title that'll hopefully make them a lot of money, revisit StarCraft Ghost. Please, please.
So those were all the video games that I think deserve to be revived. Let me know what video games you think deserve to come back in the comments below. Let me know what video games I talked about here that you desperately want to see come back. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, you know, all that jazz, all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. And with that, I hope to see you in the next